ever have the unfortunate experience of watching a loved one slowly become a stranger as they struggle with the crippling effects of Alzheimer's or dementia? Just imagine the pain of watching their minds slip away. It really is heartbreaking.
It is also a reality for many people here on Delmar. And when they find themselves in that situation, the question that absolutely no doubt always arises, now what are we going to do? How do you care for your loved one in a situation like that? Do you even know where to start? Well, guess what? After today, you're going to have a pretty good idea. Kevin Booth is the co-owner and director of operations at Delmar Manor Assisted Living. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You work on a daily basis with folks with Alzheimer's and with dementia, and you see how stressful this can be for families.
It's gut-wrenching for families, would probably be the best word for it.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's and dementia is such a debilitating disease. It's cruel at times, I think. And a lot of family members don't understand that it is a very progressive disease. It unfortunately doesn't get better. It just progresses and progresses forward. So it's very difficult when family members and husbands who have it, the wife now becomes not a wife, but a caregiver, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. Or if it's a son taking care of his father, that's not my dad anymore. I'm now his caregiver. I'm making sure I'm taking care of him.
What types of signs or behaviors should families be looking out for if they suspect a loved one might have dementia or Alzheimer's?
You know, it's little things. Things that affect the daily life. It's not forgetting your car keys, because we all lose our car keys and walk all over the house, or the cell phones or whatever. We haven't a clue where they're at. It's little things like if mom makes the best potato salad in the world and you're heading over for Thanksgiving and she sits it on the table but the potatoes aren't even cooked. It's little things like that that you start picking up on. And a lot of people don't understand that it's not only embarrassing for the family members,
right.
It's very embarrassing for the one who has it, because even though a person's starting to get Alzheimer's and dementia, they still have moments of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say it comes down to that diagnosis. Your facility is designated concentrating solely on that, right?
Yes. That's all that facility does. We looked at building a facility that is catered to Alzheimer's and dementia. I lost a family member to Alzheimer's. I see how difficult it is for families, and I figured we wanted to come out and do something that was just better. We wanted to do more of a home-like setting, not an institutional feel, and that was really big in our planning.
Let's be clear, this is not a nursing home, right?
Correct. It's not a nursing home.
What sets it apart?
A nursing home is more of what they call a skilled nursing facility. Other than that, I'll tell you, an assisted living in today's day is getting very similar. There are differences, certainly, but we can keep people through end of life. I'm not going to tell you that mom's got to go to a nursing home now. We can still keep people. Other than that, we do all their meals, all their medication management, all their mobility, things, get them to the doctor, things of that nature.
Looking at those pictures, it looks like home.
It does.
And it's got to be comforting to know that there's an RN or a doctor on call 24/7.
24/7.
That's nice.
Well, the state of Maryland guidelines say a nurse has to look at your loved one every 45 days.
Okay.
And we think that's ridiculous. So we decided to hire a full-time nurse. She's not contracted. She works for me and only me, and she's got almost 40 years experience and extremely passionate and does a fantastic job. Very good job, and we're blessed to have her. And she's been out in the building in her pajamas before at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's there. So she's a very dedicated. We're blessed. We're blessed to have her.
But with that said, it's important also for the residents to have a sense of independence.
It is independence. We will continue to key up on certain things that our clients have done in the past. If our client's a contractor, we might have a skills board. If we were a carpenter, we might have a skills board where they're just twisting bolts and nuts. Things like that can keep stimulating his brain. When we built one of our facilities next door, we had two gentlemen that would sit on the deck every day, weather permitting, and in their minds, they were running that whole project. And the workers would come out and say, does that look straight?
Is that right?
And he's like, yeah, and they would hit a hammer, but they were happy. They built that building.
That's awesome.
And it helps them thrive. It helps them thrive.
In situations like this, details are important to you, aren't they?
Extremely, extremely.
Why?
Maybe because I have a personal connection. You know, I've lost a family member to it. I've had a friend of mine whose father lost his father to it.
Yeah.
And he was a world famous bass fisherman. And we simply had to bait his hook. And that was hard for me to sit and watch as I was very young at the time. And the fish is catching it, and incidentally, his father's the only one who caught the fish. And
right?
he didn't know what to do.
But it's that detail.
It is. It's just the little things that bring dignity to their life.
Enhancing on their memory, not their deficit.
Absolutely.
Kevin, thank you so much for coming in and telling us about
Thank you.
this.
Appreciate you coming in.
Sounds like a wonderful place. And to read more about Delmar Manor Assisted Living, go to our website, delmarvalife.com.